Hey kids, I hope you're doing well. Today is October the 7th, and this is it's time for our weekly Big Idea devotional video. We have an exciting special guest with us today that I would like for you to say hello to. This is my friend Baby Yoda. Hold on, he's really shy. Don't be afraid, Baby Yoda. Don't be. Really? Really? Come on. It's okay. You don't have to be afraid of the children. What? What? What do you mean my drawings look crazy and silly? Nobody asked you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Anyway, this is Baby Yoda. He is going to be making some guest appearances in our videos now. Isn't he adorable? Abby tries to steal him from me all the time. Anyway, Baby Yoda is going to have a seat over here while I go through the lesson with you today. So today our lesson is called Deborah Calls for Courage. Deborah was a judge in the Old Testament in the book of Judges. Deborah was a judge in the book of Judges. And so, as always, feel free to pause the camera or the video when you want to finish a drawing. So this first drawing here, I just started with a little pie chart looking thing here. And then I extended my like this little triangle thing out here and then drew a stick figure. This is a person on a chariot. At least it's supposed to look like a person on a chariot, okay? So here's what's going on in this picture. The Israelites were disobeying God, and they worshiped these things called idols, which are things that aren't alive and aren't God, but they worship these things called idols. And there's an army led by a guy named Sisera, and he had been attacking Israel for 20 years. But Israel remembered that God had helped them before, so they thought, hey, let's try that again. Let's try to ask him for help. And then in our second picture here, this is Deborah. This is an exact picture of what Deborah looks like. So you just draw a face and a little oval for the body. But then this is a palm tree. You just draw a bunch of W's, and then you draw these 4 lines, and then you draw W's underneath them, and it looks kind of like a palm tree. Okay, so here's what's going on here. Deborah was a judge for Israel, and she helped people settle arguments, and people would come to her from all over to a palm tree near her home to get help and advice. And then in our third picture here, this is all you're doing here is drawing the person's body, but using like a triangle for their body. And then this is their shield, and this is their very professional looking spear, arrow thing. Okay. What was that? I know you could have drawn it better, but you didn't. He's so funny. Anyway, so one day, Deborah sent for a man named Baruch, and she told him, the Lord has a job for you. You need to get 10,000 men and go to Mount Tabor, okay? Then in our fourth picture, this is what your parents look like when you don't listen to them, or you don't clean your room, or you leave your shoes in the middle of the floor, or when you eat all your vegetables and they don't have to say anything, okay? So just draw a picture of your parents right here with squiggly curly hair. In this picture, Baruch was afraid. He asked if Deborah would go with him to face off against the army of Sisera and all of his mighty chariots. And so Deborah didn't want him to be afraid, and so she went with him to Mount Tabor. So M for mountain, and this is also, it looks kind of like a mountain. Okay, and then in this picture right here, just drawing a big U, and you're drawing some little like little oval shapes here, the top of oval shapes, or just little lines. And so what was going on here is that Sisera heard about the Israelites gathering, and he got his people ready. So when Deborah and Baruch looked out across the valley, all they could see was this big cloud of dust. And what do you think that was from? Wait, what? That's right, Baby Yoda. It was from all of the chariots right here. Okay, look at him fly. Woo. Anyway, so so they saw all this big dust cloud, and they began to be afraid. And so in this picture, you're drawing some storm clouds. All you do is draw like a three regular, or the number three, and then draw like the opposite. And then draw another three here, and then you draw little Z's and little raindrops here for a storm cloud. And what happened here is that God sent this big thunderstorm with lots of rain and thunder and lightning to frighten the armies of Sisera. Okay, and then I'm going to lower the camera here. In this picture, what you've got people running away. Okay, and what's happening here? You're just drawing stick figures and little Z's for the legs, like they're running away. Yoda doesn't have any legs, so he flies like this. Or he flaps his wings. Anyway, so it was hard for all those chariots. Okay, so they're fast on flat land when it's really dry, but with all that rain and the grass getting soaked up and muddy, what do you think happened to those chariots? He is really opinionated. Yes, the chariots did get stuck. That's right. Okay. So then in our last picture, these are music notes. Couldn't tell you what they are. This is where Miss Beth comes in handy. Okay. But Deborah and Baruch made up a song about how God won the battle for them. Okay. And Deborah, they basically made up, that Deborah showed how encouraging someone can help that person trust in God. And so it's important for us. The lesson here is when life gets somebody down, when they're going through a really hard time, we need to encourage them just like Deborah encouraged Baruch. Okay. And so I want to encourage you to encourage others, to pray for them, just to be nice to them, and to help them remember that God loves them and He cares about them very much. So I and Baby Yoda want to wish you to have a good week, and we want to make sure that you send us your drawings. Yoda's using the force. You will send us your drawings. Anyway, send your drawings to my text message or to my phone through a text message. I can't wait to see your drawings, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Bye, guys.